morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our second annual Purple Day prevention event that we're doing in order to remember all the victims of domestic violence that have died and also to celebrate the survivors of domestic violence. Before we get started, I would like to take a moment of silence in memory of all the victims that died this year. There was 156 women killed in the state of Texas and 1,600 women killed in the whole United States. So we could please take a moment of silence in their memory. Thank you. We're gathered here today because we have taken an initiative to address domestic violence as a community collaborative effort, and that's why we have invited all the agencies that you see around our tent. These are agencies that work directly with domestic violence victims and that are here to provide support and assistance to them so that they can reach out and look for help. Help is available. A lot of the agencies work and have hotlines that are answered 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Last year when we held our first event, I was honored to stand here next to Mr. Rodriguez, our Hidalgo County District Attorney. And this year we're happy to announce that we have a full staff with our victims unit and that we're here available to provide services to victims of crime. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Rodriguez, our Hidalgo County District Attorney.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for being here with us today. Obviously, this month is very important to us and to all of you as we kick off our Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But not only this month, but every day of the year is important for us, as to you as well. We have worked very hard to create a team here at the District Attorney's Office to be able to provide the service that is needed, that deals with domestic violence. And this team has done a wonderful job. I'm talking about from prosecutors to advocates to admins here at the District Attorney's Office. And we have created a team that has united themselves and ourselves with other teams out there that have done a great job in the past years of representing and protecting those of domestic violence. And I can tell you, as to law enforcement, not just to those that are here today, all the law enforcement agencies here in Hidalgo County, we have worked very well with them. We have reached out to all agencies, and we have stressed to them the importance of domestic violence to them as well. You know, our goal again was to make sure that we created this team and we had these individuals to come in and provide the services that needed to be provided with victims dealing not only in domestic violence but also other offenses as well. The message to all the citizens of this county and our communities is that you are not alone. We are here to help you. To those individuals that feel that they cannot come out and speak out, please, there are so many agencies that are out there, that can help, from law enforcement to the agencies to our office. Please, you are not alone. I know it's difficult. We've heard many stories in our offices about individuals who are afraid to come out. And sometimes it's too late. Please, I ask you, and I'm showing you that all these individuals that are here today are here for you, to provide the service that is needed, to help you with your situation, to get you out of that abusive environment. And domestic violence is not just it just does not happen for adults. It also involves children, it involves adults, men and women. So the message to all the citizens again is, please reach out to someone. We are here to help. As I mentioned earlier, our team, be it the prosecutors, be it the advocates, we have done a great job in providing the services, and we'll continue to build our relationship with all the other agencies that are out there with law enforcement as well, to be able to help those individuals that are in need of help. So thank you very much on behalf of the District Attorney's Office, our advocates, our prosecutors. Thank you for your continued support.
Thank you. Good morning. Well, first of all, I want to thank our Hidalgo County District Attorney, Ricardo Rodriguez, and the Hidalgo County Family Violence Task Force, and of course, all of you here in attendance in support of Purple Day. Thank you for your continued support for the awareness against domestic violence. Domestic violence is the willful intimidation, the physical assault, battery, sexual assault, or other abusive behavior as a part of a systematic pattern of power and control perpetrated by one's intimate partner against another. As your sheriff for Hidalgo County, I have seen firsthand the effects of this serious issue. In 2014, 37% of all domestic violent calls in Hidalgo County were received by my office. That's over 2,000 incidents of family violence, dating violence, and domestic violence combined. Some of the extreme cases end tragically with the loss of life, often at the hands of the abuser. For the victims who do survive and are able to move on, it is no easy task, for they must endure emotional and physical scarring for the rest of their life. And make no mistake about it, domestic violence within a relationship where there should be love and trust is an abuse of human rights. Every 9 seconds in the U.S., a woman is assaulted or beaten, and domestic violence continues to be the leading cause of injury to women, more than car accidents, muggings, and rapes combined. We must put a stop to this, and we can do it together. Everyone has the right to live safely and enjoy life to the fullest without fear of domestic violence. I urge you to please help us with this epidemic. Help us to spread awareness and to identify the victims of domestic violence and facilitate change in our community. Like the district attorney said, if you're a victim or if you know a victim of domestic violence, please notify authorities immediately. Please don't wait till it's too late. We're here today because we want to help you. I want to thank once again all the community support groups that are involved here today that help us do this important part. This year I have asked our Commissioner's Court for some more personnel, and I was able to get 3 more deputies assigned to my office, and those 3 deputies will be assigned to the Domestic Violence Task Force here in Hidalgo County, and I'm going to continue to support that. I want to thank Rosa Martinez and her group. Again, they're doing a fantastic job in this, and thank you, and God bless you.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see great support in recognition of family violence and in our community. I also want to thank our district attorney and the sheriff's office, all the law enforcement agencies that are here, who are the first responders to victims of family violence. I want to thank you all for being here and for helping victims. Many times I hear victims, or when I go do law enforcement trainings, and they'll say, these people keep going back. They keep going back, and how do you know they're telling you the truth? How do you know these victims tell the truth? Well, we don't. We don't. When somebody comes forward and claims that they're a victim of family violence, it's better to believe them and try to do something, and then when they come to court and things happen, if they're not telling the truth, things will come out. The reality is not very many people are going to leave their homes, leave everything they have behind, leave sometimes their children to get out of a dangerous situation and to lie about it. So it's very important that we believe them. I always say, if I don't believe this person because they're not acting like the victim, and then they wind up dead tomorrow, what service did I do? This is what I do. I have to provide services, and continue with all the processes that need to happen in order to determine whether there was a crime committed or not. Mujeres Unidas have been servicing victims of family violence and sexual assault since 1978. In those years, I have seen a lot of growth. I have not been there since 1978, but I have been there, like Rosie said, for many, many years, and I've seen a lot of changes. And it's great to see the community support, the collaboration between the service providers and law enforcement and our DA's office, because those are the organizations that help the victims, that we can provide them safety for them and their children. Many of them just want a place to stay for safety. They don't want to leave their homes. They don't want to leave their loved ones. Many times they just want the abuse to stop. So in accordance with that, we provide services for the victims. We also have services for batterers through the Batters Intervention Program. So people want to change their behavior, they can. Nobody can make you change, but if you really want to change, there's services available that can help people change their behavior. And we do have the only accredited program in Hidalgo County for batters intervention. So it's very important that people know that that program is available, and if you know of anyone that may benefit from it, to please refer them to us. Last year, Mujeres Unidas responded, or we served over 3,000 people that walked into our office. These people came in seeking services, seeking counseling, not always to leave their abuser, but wanting to know what they can do, what their rights are. And that's what we're there for. Luckily, we have all these great people who are lawyers who can help our victims, because we don't have lawyers in our office, but our legal advocates are well trained to refer them and to call people to get to get the answers for these victims, because they need answers. And luckily for us, we have a lot of caring attorneys with the district attorney's office, with the legal aid office that work with us. In addition to the 3,000 people that walked in, there was 5,000 calls that came in through our agency. These callers just want to know also, what can they do? Where can they go? In the shelter, we served 226 women last year. And with those women came 350 children that left their homes. Like I said earlier, it's not easy picking up and going to an unknown place. That only happens when you're in desperate need of somewhere to go and in danger, and you feel that something's going to happen to you. So I am very honored to be here. I am very glad to see all these people that are supporting awareness. But let's not forget, let's not just do it this month. We'll continue it through the year. Every time, it could be someone immediate. I think most of us at some point know someone, have experienced it ourselves, or have a friend, a family member, someone that may need assistance. Please refer them to our agency through the district attorney's office so that we can better help them. Law enforcement is there, of course, to first respond, and I want to thank them, because I know that they are the first responders, and we depend on them to protect our victims, to protect us many times when we're coming to help our clients, because family violence, as we know, is very emotional. There's a lot of things going on. People are, I'm losing my family. I don't want to do this. They're losing the control, because batterers, that's what it is. It's all about the control. And when they're losing control, things can get very, very dangerous, as we can see by all the victims that lose their lives. So I want to announce that we have our office in Westaco now. Well, we've had it for a while, but now we're open 4 days a week. For anybody in the Mid-Valley, I want to thank all the law enforcement agencies that attended our open house over there, and to know that we are providing services in Westaco. And I see a lot of people from Westaco here, so that's great. But we're servicing Progreso, Ed Cauchelsa, Mercedes, and Donna, the Mid-Valley towns. So if you know anyone, please do not let them suffer in silence. Let them know that there is hope. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I know it's a little bit warm. I'd like to thank Rosie for introducing me. And for everyone that doesn't know, hello, my name is Yvette Castro Carrillo. I'm the Victim Services Specialist for UTRGV Police Department, and I'm also the co-chair of the Family Violence Task Force here in Hidalgo County. I'd like to thank the Hidalgo County DA's office and the Victims Unit, Rosie and Ricardo, for allowing us to be here today as a task force, and my police department for allowing me to participate was such a great civil organization representing my UTRGV Police Department. Hidalgo County Family Violence Task Force has been in existence since the mid-90s. First members including Mujeres Unidas, Hidalgo County DA's office, and few local law enforcement agencies. The task force had an idea of a way to get together and join forces to work for victims and survivors of domestic violence. Although the task force isn't a nonprofit, who we are as a civic group can determine the end of domestic violence and support for those survivors. Today, the task force consists of many local, state, and federal agencies, along with nonprofits, doctors, hospitals, nurses, universities, colleges, and school districts. 2 out of 3 children are exposed to trauma and violence every day. New data quantifies what many teachers and school district counselors already know. What domestic violence take place outside of school, as repercussions resonate in the classroom. It hurts not only the kids who witness the violence, but also their classmates. Federal law and many states define domestic violence as abuse perpetrated by a current or former spouse, a cohabitant, someone that lives there, or a co-parent. Now, teen dating violence, I have some stats. 20.9% of female high school students and 13.4% of male high school students report being victims of physical or sexual abuse by their dating partner. Nearly 1.5 million high school students in the United States are physically abused by dating partners every year. 57% of teens know someone who has been physically, sexually, and verbally abused while dating in their dating relationship. What that means is half of the students, more than half of the students in high schools know someone. Only 33% of dating abuse victims ever told anyone. Now in college campus violence, 43% of dating college women report experiencing abusive behavior from their partner. And 1 out of 5 women are sexually assaulted during their college experience. Date rape among college students accounts for 35% of attempted rape, 22.9% of threatened rape, and 12.8% of completed rapes. Now, you're probably thinking, why does this matter with domestic violence? Domestic violence is common among women between the ages of 18 to 24. The rate of marriage has declined steeply in the last 50 years. People, particularly the young people, are dating longer than in previous generations. As people get married later in life, dating violence will continue to rise, and the cycle of violence will continue. This year, the task force plans its 2nd annual Young Hearts Matter campaign along with the Texas Council of Family Violence. Each February is Teen Dating Awareness and Prevention Month. During these events, the task force will continue to promote and support the work of young leaders in creating a state where healthy relationships are the norm.
At this moment, I would like for Ms. Rosa San Luis to come up and talk about the Tombstone project that you see being displayed. That's a project that STC and UTRGV students have done. And just so you know, all those are names of victims that have died due to domestic violence. So they do an awesome job, not just with the Tombstone project, but throughout the year educating on domestic violence in the community.
Gracias, Rosie. Gracias al Procurador Ricardo Rodríguez por abrirnos este espacio donde podemos levantar la voz y evitar este mal que es común en el Valle, como es la violencia doméstica. Mi nombre es Rosa San Luis, soy organizadora comunitaria con el Centro de Trabajadores y Trabajadoras Fuerza del Valle. Me acompaña la señora Marcela Alejandre. Ella es una de las miembros de nuestro comité de trabajadoras del hogar domésticas del Valle. Nosotros, Fuerza del Valle, pertenece también y forma parte del Comité de Estudios de Mujer del STC y UTRGV. Ellos, todos nosotros tenemos puestas estas estacas que miran ustedes alrededor de este espacio donde estamos haciendo honor, estamos honrando, levantando la voz de estas señoras, de estas personas que han muerto a causa de la violencia doméstica. Vienen de las edades de 19 hasta 74, son de los años de 2011 hasta 2014 y esto lo hemos estado haciendo para llamar la atención y poner esa conciencia de que la violencia doméstica mata. Como Fuerza del Valle es una organización que tiene como misión educar, abogar y organizar con los trabajadores, con la comunidad. Tenemos un comité de trabajadoras del hogar que se llama Domésticas del Valle y la señora Marcela forma parte de un grupo de señoras que han llevado la delantera y se han preparado. Desde el año pasado las hemos estado preparando para que ellas den el taller de violencia doméstica. Este taller es muy importante llevarlo a todos los rincones del valle porque ellas hablan desde el corazón. Algunas de ellas son sobrevivientes de violencia doméstica y hablan desde su corazón. Nosotros las ayudamos a facilitar, pero ellas hablan desde su corazón. Y eso es lo que queremos hacer. Ahorita tiene una presentación en el comunitario San Carlos, pero lo llevamos a iglesias, a escuelas, lo llevamos ese taller a todas partes y en los 4 condados. Así es de que la señora Marcela Alejandre es una de las participantes.
Bueno, yo tengo desde el año pasado que decidí tomar este entrenamiento también para ayudar a muchas mujeres también y también hombres porque también existe la violencia también con ellos. Y a mí me gustaría invitarles a que participen, a que también se involucren en estos entrenamientos, aprender un poquito más no nos hace daño. Entonces es por el bien nuestro y por el bien de todos los demás para evitar todo esto. Me da mucha tristeza que cada año tenemos que ver más nombres de personas que han sido víctimas de este maltrato. Entonces, nuestra obligación creo que está en aprender un poquito más, involucrarnos en esto, participar, para que cada año no sean más y no sean menos.
Gracias.
I want you to know, and I hope you learn that together we can make a difference. You know, together we can fight domestic violence. Together we can educate those individuals who are victims. Together we can continue giving the support, whether it's at our office, whether it's in an agency. Together we can make the world a difference. So we have to unite and we have to stick together to fight domestic violence, and that's what we're going to continue doing. So thank you again. God bless you all, and we're here to serve you and help you in any way that we can. Thank you very much.